Okay, so you're going to relax. Is what's your purpose? Is your purpose is to let go into yourself, to soften into yourself, is to actively release and just coming more and more into your place of rest and connecting into yourself at a deep level, physically, the more you go into it energetically and then mentally. Is you want to come to that place in yourself where you're able to just be in your body, to just be in your breath and to just be in your awareness and come to that place of being within yourself. Okay, what's the price to pay? You got to pay the ferryman, so to speak. So there's some things you have to let go of, very specifically. One is judgment. Is you won't relax if you're constantly deciding whether you like something or dislike something. So if something's coming in and it's pleasant, okay, it's pleasant, but don't make it good or bad, because then you're judging it. And the judgment will keep you separate from that thing. If something comes in and it's a little bit uncomfortable, again, you could have a stiff shoulder. Again, it's uncomfortable, but it's not bad. Because if you make it bad, you're not letting go. You can recognize it's uncomfortable. You can even make adjustments so that you can be more at ease in it, but you don't have to make it a good thing or a bad thing. And when you allow yourself to switch off the good or bad, the like or dislike, you're switching off judgment, and then you're just allowing yourself to be your own watcher, your observer, your own feeler. You're letting yourself just feel. You're letting yourself just listen. You're hearing what's going on in yourself. And you don't have to be the judger of it all. You can just be the experiencer. Now, another one is expectations. Again, it's a normal thing to have expectations. We're far better off being open to what's happening, open to your body. And every time your body lets go, it tells its own story. It has its own way that it happens. So you might expect that, okay, then my back's going to relax, then my legs are going to relax, and this will relax and that will relax. And you think you know the way it's going to happen. And maybe because it's happened that way before. But you need to put that expectation down. And the reason being is because on any given day, your body has its own story to tell. It's going to tell you the story of letting go in a very spontaneous way. You won't know until it's happening. And it's a wonderful way to experience it because it's a new story every time. It's an original story every time. Rather than hearing the same story over and over and over, or expecting the same story over and over and over, or trying to make the same thing happen over and over and over. And if you do that, you're killing your practice. You're killing it. And I'm gonna be very honest here. Just in my years of experience with the thousands of people I taught, people have a tendency to find something they like. And they go, oh, I like that. And then they'll keep doing the thing they like. And they'll get the same result for a while doing the thing they like. And then they turn up expecting to get the same result. I'm going to do this, I'm going to get the same result. But what happens is that if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, it loses its originality. It loses its spontaneity. Therefore, your expectation of what you're going to get from it, what you get from it is not going to be the same anymore. It's going to be less. And then people start to wane in their engagement of it because they're not getting the same result that they got previously. Their expectations aren't being met. So to bypass setting up that process of failure, because that's a path of failure, is you keep it original. So rather than expectations, is you come with an openness. You open to your body story, open to your emotions and your mind, open to what's going to happen on that given moment. And that keeps it original. And you may not get the relaxation you expected, but you're guaranteed you're going to get a relaxation. And you're guaranteed that you're going to have such a multitude of experiences in your relaxation that your repertoire of the different ways that you can relax will become far more adaptable and flexible, and that you truly begin to master it, because your adaptability and your flexibility keeps you very free in your experience. So you got to put down expectations. You got to put down your judgments, the liking or disliking. And then you got to put down your desires. You have an expectation, you expect this to happen, and then the desire is when we commit to it. I expect this, I desire this, now I'm going to move towards this. I'm committing to it. So a lot of the times, and we do this all the time when we're setting goals and intentions for ourselves, our desire keeps us moving towards it. It's like part of our motivation. But if it's built on an expectation and a judgment that keeps it rigid, is our desires after a while aren't met. We're not hitting the mark of what we desire. And again, we can get frustrated in that. Oh, it's not the same as it was, or it's taking you somewhere else. You know, you're just not getting where you're not where you thought you would be or should be or could be. Now you're somewhere else that's equally as valuable, but if it's not meeting your desired effect, it doesn't matter. It's not valuable. And that's a huge loss to you, a huge loss to you, because you're relaxing into yourself. It is a treasure trove of virtues and qualities and higher states of mind and amazing universal energies, warm feelings. I could go on and on. There's so many beautiful things. I said I wouldn't talk about the chakras I said it myself. I wouldn't talk about the chakras on this course, because it sounds like I'm trying to just be doing an introduction course, a fundamental. But I could talk about the chakras and tapping into those deeper states of consciousness, those higher forms of energy. It's amazing. But in this course, we're just establishing the space. But you will get those beautiful sensations as you go along. So, you got to put down desire. Now, it doesn't mean that you know, stuff isn't going to happen. Of course, it's going to happen. But what happens when you have this amazing relaxation, one you've never had before, you never expected it. You're not judging it because it's the first time you've relaxed this way. And you've never desired it because you've never known about it. But it's happening and it's meeting all your desires. You're completely satisfied in it. It's amazing. You're like, oh my God, this is just wonderful. Now, I might point out to you that that's the reason when a person has that experience, a lot of times, that's the reason why they keep coming back. And after a while, they sort of kill the golden goose, because they start going, well, I want it this way, and I expect it that way, and this is the desired outcome I have. And they stop the originality. So you got to put down your desires, keep yourself open, and keep moving into those new spaces, keep moving into those new experiences. And you're just finding the greater space, the bigger energy, the higher consciousness in yourself, the deeper story in yourself as you go along. And it never stops. Never stops. For the rest of your life, your truth story comes true. Your body releasing into bliss keeps telling you a new story every day. Coming to that deep place of peace and contentment opens you up in ways that you can't imagine. You got to go there, have that experience. So while you're letting go of the aches and pains at one level, you're also moving into a greater sense of peace. While you're letting go of maybe an anger and a hurt at another level, you're moving into deeper levels of contentment and joy. And that whole story and wonderland in there. I never felt my body feel so light. My God, this is what I felt like when I was as a teenager. And here I am, 48 years of age, feeling the vibrancy of a teenager, the lightness of a teenager. Wow, I never thought I'd have this again. Do you understand how wonderful an experience that is? How amazing to have that experience. So, you gotta be mindful about your judgments, your likes and dislikes, your expectations, is let it happen the way it's going to happen. And then your desires is, you may have an experience you've had previously but there are far more experiences in there waiting to happen. On the very tip of your tongue, on the edges of your fingers, there's an amazing experience. The edge of yourself, there's another experience just ready to come in. All you got to do is be open to it. Is when it happens, is let it happen, and stay in that original state. Be spontaneous. Be spontaneous and let go into it.